2, 3. There we go, that works. Can you all hear me? I think we're back now. Sorry that took so long. I catastrophically crashed. Apparently I'm out of space on my C drive, and that's why. I couldn't save my RimWorld game, so we lost all the progress. And nothing I could do would fix that, so that's just all got undone. I guess that's fine, I'll play it on my laptop. I don't have any fixes. There's nothing I'm willing to delete on my C drive, I just need to get a bigger drive now. But everything fucks up when C drive fills up. Also, because the computer crashed, Streamlabs lost all of my layout information, so I had to reconstruct the starting, whatever you want to call that on screen right now, the BRB, the end. I had to reconstruct that. I had to redetermine the reset all the hotkeys. I had to point it to all the audio devices that I wanted to use. I don't know why it does that. That really sucks. That's really amateurish. It's extremely unfortunate that that it would work that way. But let's try to have some fun tonight anyway. I guess it's not really a tragedy if what gets cut off is the RimWorld stuff that nobody really wants to see in the VOD anyway. You have video and audio? Some blame NASA for sending directions to Earth. Some think they came from the ocean, evolved from plastic and human waste. Some believe our machines grew tired of us and rebuilt themselves. And some believe the gods are done with us, that it's time for something else. I'm the last one here, I need to leave. Click to begin your journey. I probably shouldn't have said that part in the Christian Bale Batman voice, but here we are. So these look like War of the Worlds tripods. And the game froze already. Oh, we got little robot alien pod things. I can't control my guy. What's happening? I already lost half my health. I don't know what's going on. Oh. Well. So this is War of the Worlds. We got tripods and we got those little crawling guys. Do they mind if I get close to them? Crikey! This one's a big fella. Settle down, big fella. Ain't gonna hurt you. Ain't gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna sneak up behind you here and put my thumb up your ass! Quit struggling. Don't fight me. I don't mean you no harm, big fella. Just gonna stick my thumb up your ass. South Park bit. Everything I think is original humor winds up just being Simpsons or South Park. Is there a way to escape this nightmare? This is pretty cool conceptually. So I guess the big one poops out the small ones. What is that over there? Is that a circus tent? It is. Oh, there's a Ferris wheel. Are those a danger to me? Can they eye laser? Yes, no, maybe? Ooh, I'm puckering. Ooh, baby. My bussy is puckering. With fear and excitement. I guess this is mostly a walking simulator. I don't have any guns. I haven't seen any guns yet. Switches. I'm supposed to throw okay. Understood. Throw switches, get bitches. That's what I always say. I always have said that. That has always been my catchphrase. Be gaslit by me. Oh, cool. Maze time. The weakest of all gameplay mechanisms. I mean, technically the earliest FPS was a maze game. It was Wolfenstein. You could have made a typical itch.io monster maze on the Wolfenstein 3D engine. It would have probably not been that different. It's still effective. I mean, people still get spooked by the Obunga, whatever those things are called in Gary's mod. They're like AI that chases you around. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to sound like a crazy man. I can't jump. It must be a white man. I've heard that they cannot translocate vertically. I like these little dudes. Why do they have to be my enemies? Oh. Does the red spotlight tell them where I am? Will they shoot a laser? I haven't got hit by a laser yet. Yeah, this is a nightmare. This is literally like some nightmares I've had. But often the nightmare, when I have nightmares, it's not clear what the danger is. People are just panicked, and there's like sirens, and there's red strobing lights and klaxons going off, and everybody's running and screaming, and nobody will tell me what went wrong. Something might be different, like the sky might be red, or the moon might be gone. But they won't be. I'll like grab them by the arm and be like, "What the fuck is happening?" They'll just scream at me and hit me until I let them go. That's worse. Not knowing. It's I guess the point of it. I can't go down there. There's no jumping and there's no making it past certain barriers. The dreaded invisible wall. That would break my brain if I ran into an invisible wall in real life. Actually, although maybe it would just mean, it wouldn't necessarily mean I'm in a simulation though. It could just mean that I'm a mime. That sounds like a Cumtown bit. Like a mime rapist who uses invisible walls to trap his victims. They don't seem to notice me. Unless I'm really close by. Can I enter buildings? No, I can't. Unless... No, I can't. Yeah, I don't know. Would this really be a world-ending threat? It seems like with artillery you could take out one of those things pretty easily. And these little guys could just be stepped on. What if you stepped on one of these bug creatures and it looked up at you and was like, yeah, step on me, daddy. Would you keep stepping on it? Or would you feel weird? Because you didn't agree to that kind of situation. These are the real questions. We get into real philosophy on this channel. Fuck! Oh, they're killing me. I've died like 8 times now. I'm not really motivated to keep trying. Yeah, they keep getting me. Yeah, no, I can't. I haven't seen any more, I'm out of the flashlight battery. They got me. I think if I stand still too long. I don't see any switches. I don't know if I'm feeling this one, honestly. Could you... Little robot roaches, stop fucking my ass. Just because it's all plump and juicy and sticking out there doesn't mean that's an invitation. I'm always having to tell people that. That's the first switch. Okay. I already did that one. This is confusing. It's sort of competently made, honestly. It's got a HUD. It's got animated enemies. It's got all the shit you need for a game. But it's There's no real gameplay besides walking and flipping switches. Can they only see me when I'm in the spotlight? Maybe it's not clear. There's not really a tutorial or any instructions. I want to say that spotlight is bad. Everything in my instincts tells me don't go in the spotlight, but there doesn't seem to be any consequence for doing that. I think we're done with that for now. That was interesting. It was certainly atmospheric. It's hard to fault it on that basis. It's called Oceanview Mall. It looks like the same same mall from a Gmod map. I wonder if it's a... Hang on, I gotta put in my personal data. I don't know why you need my personal info for this. What, so the FBI could spy on my pingus through my webcam? I already send them videos daily. Here we go. Here we go, here we go. Well, can I use my gamepad for this? Are you gonna have mercy on me? Oh, spooky loco. Spooky mall. Oh no. Unprecedented savings. Oh, spooky capitalism. No, not capitalism. We're black, honey.
Maybe there's traffic. There's always traffic. Sorry, sweetie. Dad's a very busy man. Just know he cares about
He's gonna be back from the store with those cigarettes any day now.
He does, but I want to play with him. Why does he want to play with me?
You're ugly and boring. I'm sorry, kid.
Hey, you're here!
Oh no, it's my
Whoa,
ugly,
whoa.
boring
Easy there, Don't
son.
make me drop this big old gift I got you.
I don't think he wants the gift, necessarily. It's a tale as old as time. Neglectful father thinks he makes up for his neglect with material goods. That's the plot of like 60 different Pixar movies. WSD to move. Does not support Steam controller. Fuck. This looks pretty well made, at least from screenshots. And I can jump. Awesome, kind of. Also, I want to wish a very die to all developers out there who use F as the use button. Unless you have a good reason. Unless you're using Q and E as lean. Can I not grab that? I can't grab that flashlight. Wild. Wild stuff. Really?
It's so dark in here.
Well, there was
Maybe I can fix it.
a flashlight really close by. There's a fuse.
Fuse. This could be used to bring the lights back on.
Oh, the door shut behind me. You really aren't supposed to have a flashlight, I guess. Although you apparently glow. My like nipples emit their own natural bioluminescence. Thank God. What if that was a thing? What if we like genetically engineered our bodies to be useful for different things? Like plasmids, where we had special abilities, and one of them was like light bulb, lightning bug. You know, lightning bugs, their ass glows. It mixes two chemicals in their abdomen and it lights up. What if our nipples could do that?
Fuse box. Now for fuse.
Fuse is in the fuse box. I'm making the machine work. Ah, God! Ah, seizure warning. Might be a little late for that. Some of you might have to die for this stream. It's what you would have wanted, though. I'm sure of it. And it's frozen. Can I really not use a gamepad? Kitten cat, is the gamepad underneath you? That's not the right one. I can't find the gamepad. It's under the cat. No, wait, here it is. We have cat cam, but no, we don't have cat cam. Cat cam got destroyed because of the crash. Cat, quit putting your head where my hands are. Okay, no gamepad support whatsoever. Let me reestablish cat cam. Cat, you're in the way. Cat, you're in the way. I can't. Cat. Video capture device. Add source. Cat cam. She's looking at me like I'm the idiot. I don't see it any. Oh, there it is. That's satisfactory. Now we have cat cam again. For better or worse. And you can see this horrible gremlin that I must live with. And the gross, disgusting things that she does all the time. Everyone can see you now. They know what you put me through. Was that the page is glowing. Is that lore? Can I No, that's just a weird shader. Okay. Can I microwave someone's food like in Half-Life? That was the highlight of that game for me. Oh, lovely. Ooh, cool. Actually, really good environmental design. I was not expecting any quality from this. I'll eat my own shit if this is unreal. I should probably not commit to that. You're right in front of the screen, cat. You're right in front of the monitor. This is why I got such a big monitor, because her body is small. She can only cover about 33% of it. So usually, if there's like a application that she's blocking, I can minimize it and then move the window to the left or right in order to get it out from behind her. At least I don't use F as the use key. You know what really grinds my gears? No, that doesn't work. What was that? Something had the use key on it. I can't see through the cat. Yeah, I love that mall display that has a load-bearing pillar right behind it, so no one can use this side. Window. I don't know what that means. Oh, there's something I'm not doing. Can I use the computer? Computer doesn't work. Use one mall to use the elevator. Yeah, no, these are the servers. I guess the mall has servers. I don't know what the mall has servers for. Maybe like NFTs of their shitty mall pretzels. And I guess this is the generator or electrical box. Oh, here we go. Sweet. Yeah, so locally run Yeah, I was playing RimWorld Strategic. My computer shit the bed in a big way that completely destroyed everything, including my Streamlabs setup. So I had to reset up all the layout stuff in Streamlabs. I don't know how that happened. I guess it couldn't save because there wasn't enough space on my C drive when it had to.
Where can I find that toy?
Is that what I'm up to? I'm a negligent father in this game. And I've broken into a mall, apparently, because I'm a sociopath. And I just want to please my son with a gift in order to make up for never being around, never going to his ball game. That sort of thing has consequences. You don't want to come home and find your son in his room talking to his Discord pals, wearing stripy knee socks and a maid costume and clutching a stuffy shark. That's what happens if you're not present in your son's life. One man's trash is another man's femboy. This is uncomfortably liminal. I'll take a look at it, but ultimately what I need is an upgraded SSD for my OS. I've moved everything off of it that it does not insist on being on the same drive as my OS. This is actually really well made. This is shockingly well made. Looks like Postal 2 with some shaders. Yeah, you don't want your son to get into ponies, and to prevent that, you gotta be present in your son's life in order to play ball with him, in order to beat him up a couple times now and then, just to make sure he doesn't turn out weird. Oh shit! Well, I'm glad they thought of that. If you fall out of the world, it respawns you. They don't all have that courtesy. A lot of the times you just keep falling. That's a nightmare. That's a nightmare scenario, is to fall through the world and just never stop. Escalators are also a fucking nightmare. We don't know if we're in China. Let's look at the signs first. Okay, the signs are all in English. We can use this escalator. Can't confirm.
Happy toy time.
Trust me, you'll love the place. It'll make the White House look like a doghouse. Come on, man. You gotta check this out.
Wilson, hang up. Watch Armin open his gift.
I'm with a client right
Hang up. Now.
now. So sorry, Mr. I'll have to call you. It shouldn't be too. Sorry, I'll call you back. See? I'm done.
Good.
Gotta keep your wife happy. I like this interesting style of the oil painting. Not too bad voice acting either, actually. This is free? This is actually a free game. I feel like this was a student project, kind of. A lot of these are. What are you laughing at? You laughing at my penis? That's a good, healthy size, and it's normal for some of them to bend a little bit. Yeah, that's what I thought. They'll stop laughing eventually. Oh shit, free pizza. Oh, we gotta be cautious though. This might be that Chuck E. Cheese pizza where they reassemble it from the uneaten leftover slices. And now I'm at the office somehow. How we got here? Question mark. This is spoopy though. This is another liminal nightmare, which is especially relevant to me. My dad used to take me to his workplace, which was Tektronix, and as a way to cheap out and not have to pay a babysitter. He would just stick me in the corner and let me play adventure games like Hugo's House of Horrors, Hugo's Jungle of Doom, Rogue, just early DOS games. So this is a familiar sight. It was always really eerie. Because he would bring me there after everyone else had already left and he was doing overtime. And I would sometimes be allowed to wander out in order to go get like ramen noodles from the break room for a snack. And it was just an endless grid
Okay,
of
sweetie,
darkened
which
cubicles.
present do you want to open first?
I want to open Daddy's first.
Of course.
Daddy, you bought me a
Well,
stuffed
okay, open
cow.
it.
What the fuck, man? I'm 14 years old. This shit is gay and fake.
Thank you.
He likes it, actually. Wow.
No problem, bud. You know, that gift was really expensive, so I assure you.
Can you play with me?
I'm sorry. I can't. Daddy's busy.
You're always busy.
It's because Daddy has to make money so he can he does.
But you're never here.
Sorry about that.
I just want to play with you. I don't want this dumb car anymore.
Aw. He's not a bad kid. He just wants his dad.
Okay, bud. If you don't want that, I'll get you something else.
A car? What? Like an RC car? I thought I got a stuffed cow. He's living the dream, isn't he? He's able to afford a big house, and he's started a family. But being a workaholic, oh, we're in the back rooms. Shit, that didn't take long. I'll take a stuffed cow, stuffed with mozzarella cheese.
I have my office.
What is that? Okay, it's Weeping Angel rules. It can only move when we're not looking at it. I missed the before times when every horror monster wasn't a weeping angel. Remember that before SCP?
These things kind of look like me.
Sorry about all that, everybody. You know how kids are.
Inside. Now. Hey, sweetie. Mommy and Daddy are gonna go inside really quick.
And fight loudly. Haha! Domestic
Is
abuse.
your problem? Listen.
I got him a gift. That thing was $500.
How dense are you? Have you not listened to what your son was saying at all?
I was listening. He said he didn't want the toy.
He literally told you what he really wanted.
The trials of an autistic father. Oh yeah, the cat's gone. Finally, God. I don't even notice. I peer my neck around her, crane my neck, I mean. Time to turn off cat cam and get a better view of the action at home for viewers like you. Hamcam is made possible by viewers like you. Remember Hamcam? I should bring that back too. But eventually the whole screen will just be various animal cameras. Yeah, that bubble still hasn't popped. It just keeps going up and up. Wonder what the end game is. I don't know anyone who doesn't rent. And like 3/4 of their income goes to rent right now and climbing. It's like a game of see how much blood you can extract from a stone. Oh no! Le meme back rooms. Spooky back rooms meme. Spooky liminal space indoors.
This is my street.
Indoors, yeah, the solution is to do what my dad did. Just bring your kid to work.
That's not my address.
If he's this dumb, how did he get such a high-paying job? He's not a smart man. Or you could say maybe he's just not emotionally intelligent. Fuck, that fucked with my head. I thought that was a mirror. What was that noise? That's like my cat when she's really groggy. When I start petting her and she doesn't want to be woken up. Jenny would have just fucking shredded my hand. Allball is more loving and sweet most of the time. Sometimes she still gets mad at my hand and she'll do that thing where she grabs it with her paws and then she like kicks it with her hind legs. Like she would kill prey. No, bad hand. No pet, only sleep now. You guys like, I mean, probably that's true now. If you wanted to be homeless, you could probably, boomers could probably just sell their homes and just live in apartments for the rest of their lives. I mean, you're only going to live like 20 more years, so 20 years of rent would probably be covered easily under your, what the fuck? That's a weird place for a window, an indoor window. Indoor windows are weird conceptually. Take me up. Take me up. Or down. I don't care. Just out of here. Would be nice. Oh, I have a body. I appreciate that. Have I talked about that? How it really is frustrating and stupid when you don't have a body in a first-person game. Oh, it's one way. No, it's not. Never mind. It's supposed to be one way. What does that mean? You're able to go backwards, but you're not supposed to.
It's safe. Maybe there's some numbers or something that can help me figure this out.
Oh, I didn't do this yet. That's why. Okay. I'm gonna guess it's in the present room. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. 6 presents. Is that relevant? 4 burners. How many dishes? That can't be it. I'm looking for patterns where there aren't any. This game's got me in full schizo mode. Probably that's what I'll do when my parents die, is just sell this house and rent. I'm probably never going to reproduce, so I don't see what the downside is. Other than that, my lineage will end with me, and I won't ever have the joy of supplying a better parenting experience to my kid. Especially if I had an autistic boy. I feel like I'd be able to do a better job. What the fuck is this room? Look at this room. Like, there's floor space, but there's also these railings, so you can't use the floor space. And you can go around it, kind of. This is like what you would see on some of those bad architecture blogs. You know what I mean? Where they put like a toilet in the kitchen. don't see any numbers. Housing is kind of a perverse thing to make that expensive, because what is it really? We don't spend most of our time living in our houses. At least not if you have a life outside of the home. It's just a box where you keep your shit. And you sleep there. It's a locking box you can sleep inside that has bathroom facilities and has a fridge. Nothing here, nothing here. Weird kitchen. Really weird architecture. It's fucking raw. There should be a Gordon Ramsay for architecture. I would watch that, wouldn't you? That's the whole genre of memes already. It's just really weird house designs. Like, what is this? Is this a hallway? Is this a room? I've seen that in real life, though. I went to a Best Western once, where they had a little sitting room. There's like a little carpeted floor space above the double door entry, but you couldn't reach it. And it's like, why would you, number one, why would you design that space if there's no way of using it? Number two, why would you carpet the floor if it's not intended to be used as a room? Number three, in order to make it not look weird, the owners of the hotel put like a little table and 2 chairs up there with like a doily on the table and some potted plants in the corners. That doesn't solve the problem. That makes it look more weird, because now it looks like it's intended to be used as a room. But you can't get up there. Have you ever seen anything like that? Where there's just odd little spaces that shouldn't be there, that can't be used for anything? Oh shit, a fucking beanbag chair. That's sick. A leather beanbag chair. I've never heard of such luxuries. That's like resting on a giant boob made of cow skin. I don't see the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are these hints? Do I have a journal? I don't have a journal. I don't have an inventory. I don't appreciate that. That's also little mini rant time. A lot of people did not like that about A Machine for Pigs, and I kind of agree. I like just being able to see what I've got, because otherwise I forget. It was pretty streamlined to where your player could hold stuff even if you couldn't see it, as long as you knew you had it. And it would work. Like when you went, oh shit, oh shit, we're not supposed to be here. I'm outside of the level now. What is all this? Why is this here? Oh, that is weird. Oh, we're not supposed to be here. Oh, you can get underneath too. Oh no, we're out of bounds now. In a liminal space game already, we're out of bounds. Let's explore where we're not supposed to go. Yeah, I know. That's how it was in the ancient world too. Because basically, if you wanted a house, it had to be carved out of stone. You had to have big money to have a house made. Have you ever seen diagrams of ancient Roman housing? They had different sizes for different wealth levels, but basically, unless you were like a senator or like a well-to-do veteran of multiple wars, you couldn't afford to have a house made. And if you could, then your family just lived there. That's why it's called like the house such and such, like in Game of Thrones, house, and then your last name, because your whole family lives under that house for multiple generations, because only one generation of your family was successful enough to afford to have a house built. That'd be sick though. Stone. I guess we could have cement housing. Cement housing is still kind of a thing. I heard a dog. Are you a danger to me? You're gonna come closer? Oh, this one is not a enemy. Apparently. He's not marked as a hazard. I don't know. I don't know if I can get back in bounds. No, it's got an invisible wall here. Is there an interior to this house? What the fuck? There is. Look. The interior is actually modeled. I guess that's just because it's a prefab. Wasn't made specifically for this. Reminds me of a fucking Psychonauts level. With like the weird, super tall houses at weird angles on the uneven hillsides and the fake sun. Black hole sun, won't you come in my buns? Black hole sun. Let me through. Let me back in. Let me back in. I promise I'm supposed to be in there. There we go. I cheesed my way through. Wilson. That was an interesting little detour. I do so love poking around behind the scenes where you're not supposed to go. So I guess my kid lives here? There's trash everywhere on the floor. It's got a computer. Or this is my study, maybe? This isn't really a fully furnished home. I don't know what to do or what I'm doing wrong. This is kind of too interesting to quit, though. Are there numbers here? I don't see any clues. Oh, fucking stupid idiot that I am. I walked into an elevator without making sure I'm still not in China. This could be China, and then I would be fucking dead in seconds. Is there any, I don't see any clues. If there are any clues anywhere to what the combo is, I haven't found them. Let me check the website. Hang on. Oh. Alright, I'm stupid. This will surprise nobody. So it turns out that the code is the Wilson from the front door. Which means I have to find the code outside. That never would have occurred to me. Why? What is wrong with my brain? Have I lost my knack for solving puzzles? Did I ever have it? $311,502. That's actually pretty clever. Aha.
So the fuse should go somewhere.
So the fuse should go somewhere. Yeah, it should go in the mall, shouldn't it? Then it'll let me go. Okay. So I'm just a simpleton. That's the problem. Just a beautiful, handsome, tall, broad-shouldered, barrel-chested, square-jawed,
Now, where was that fuse box?
statuesque simpleton. God damn me, my stupid, sexy butt cheeks. They're just rock hard, as if chiseled by the Greek gods. What was I talking about? Fuses. We got to put the fuse in the thing. Where the fuck does it... Oh, it's over here. What is wrong with this guy? Oh, that's because his son didn't like the gift and he still doesn't understand. How dumb you have to
The
be
elevator's the way out.
to not understand... Your son tells you like 6 times, I just want to spend time with you. And you're like, okay, clearly the solution here is to return the present he did not want to the store and buy him a different expensive gift. Crunch time snack bar. Malls are so comforting. They're just... I mean, at their best, they're like everybody's living room. But it's an illusion. You don't own anything here. It makes you feel at home. But after the sun goes down, you gotta fucking get out. And the apex of their generosity is that they let you stay there without buying anything. But it still serves an important social function. We don't really have a replacement for malls. We need malls and churches in this society, whatever you believe. I mean, I'm a materialist, but we need basically somewhere that everybody is forced to convene and socialize. And we need one for adults, which is what church is. And one for youth, which is what malls are. Because there needs to be a place where when you're a kid and a teenager, you can go and meet other people your own age from school without your parents around. You can just talk about shit. Well, that was, other than the snafu where I got stuck, very professionally made. Very good graphics, very good set pieces. Some nice, memorable scenes. I would say this has a lot of potential to be a full game. Good voice acting, good plot. I'm just a square brain is the problem. My brain has 90-degree angles. It's like a Minecraft brain. So I couldn't fucking figure out the simplest puzzle. Come on, quit. Be over. So you and I, because I had to see this, you have to see this now too. I'm going to inflict something on you. My favorite thing to do. Let's go to horror games. Let's go to new and popular. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this big titty Freddy Fazbear bullshit? A bear would not even wear a hat like that covering one of its ears, because then you can't hear in stereo. But are we not past this as a civilization yet? It's 2023, my dudes, and we are still seeing sexualized Five Nights at Freddy's games on Itch.io. I don't know who to complain to. The manager, like God, I just I have all this anger and nowhere to put it. put it in your butt. So also I quit out of this. I rage quit movie night last night, and I was wrong to do that. I confess. It turns out there's a lot more to this game that I never saw because I just wasn't patient enough to find where you're supposed to go. I take the L. I accept the L. Don't you laugh at that. You're witnessing the downfall of our society in real time. I mean, the more of our youth are brainwashed into wanting to grow up to come into like fursuits or balloon animals or whatever that doesn't produce offspring, like the lower our birth rate becomes. Hurl mascot horror out of windows. Fire mascot horror out of a cannon into the sun. Drop mascot horror into an industrial shredder and record its screams, and then remix those screams into a sick dubstep track, which is frankly genre-defying and will top all the charts for years to come. I don't give all these a fair shake sometimes, and I should cop to that. It's mostly because of the limited time format of streaming, where if something isn't immediately gripping, it's really hard to justify spending a lot of time on it. The Windridge Theater. I still don't know where that is, though. Oh, sad. This guy's going to a movie alone. I mean, everybody always assumes if some old guy goes to a movie alone, he's got his dick out in the darkness of the theater. Especially if it's like a Pixar movie, like A Bug's Life. He's definitely cranking his hog to that. Those are the type of people who fill up DeviantArt with with mascot horror fan art. If there's ever a Five Nights at Freddy's movie, you're gonna have to have like anti-degeneracy, the employees with flashlights going down the rows, making sure nothing fucked up is happening in the dark. Windridge. There's an invisible wall here. This feels weird and uncanny. This feels like Google Street View. I said that last time. It also feels like those early VR visualizations from the late 90s that they would have clients walk through for architecture companies back when you needed a $100,000 computer to do VR. Or 10,000. No, actually 100,000 was how much the Silicon Graphics Onyx, I believe so. I believe that's how much that cost. It could do like N64 graphics in stereoscopy at QVGA resolutions, or maybe VGA. That's what we had at the time, and by dadgummit, we liked it. I don't know where I'm going. This is the problem I had last time. It's in the screenshot. The last time I had this problem, I went back to the game's itch.io page and I looked at the screenshots, and it shows you where you're supposed to go in the picture. Oh, here it is. At least I think so. I think that's what this is. Yes, this is the theater. The theater. How do you get in? Let me in! Maybe that's why Five Nights at Freddy's has such enduring appeal, is it gives people fear boners. Like, stirring up powerful primal emotions in people is what makes works of fiction compelling and memorable. And the oldest and most primordial emotion is fear, but the second most primordial emotion is sex. Sexo. So maybe that's the winning combo, is you just have to figure out Windridge Theater. That's what it says. It's got these stone balls just like outside of Target. Here we go. There we go, finally. You just got to figure out something that combines sex appeal and scary stuff. But that's hard to do in a way that's actually scary. I think the Silent Hill nurses are a good example of doing that right, where they're legitimately sexy but also legitimately scary. Often, if you try to do one, then it's at the expense of the other. Chew. I remember that movie. Catastrophe. Would you watch that, where it's just a cat doing sinister shit and causing explosions and murders? By just fucking around and doing cat stuff like knocking shit off of tables and stepping on the nuclear launch button? I'm the only one in the theater. Time to crank my hog to Freddy Fazbear. Cranking the hog, cranking the hog, cranking the hog, cranking the hog. What is this? What am I looking at? This looks like AI generated. You know what I saw generated recently that actually was really cool? Somebody did a World War I but against giant bugs. And the AI actually understood enough of it that a lot of the soldiers, instead of having rifles, they had like poison spray wands and gas masks. Like they were exterminators, but just big swarms of giant houseflies and mosquitoes filled the sky. There were some of them posing with the corpses of giant defeated cockroaches. It was really cool stuff. It's the sort of thing you could make a really neat concept film out of. I wrote a story similar to that where World War I was fought against intelligent reanimated corpses. And they had this enslaved race of giant insects called grave mites, which secreted the substance that they needed in order to stay animated. I think I read that on stream at one point. What am I, can I look around still? Are those people? Are there people in here with me? Listen, I was just joking earlier. This is pretty spoopy, actually. Why is there VHS static? Am I recording this? That's illegal. That's illegal! Do you know how fast you were going? And that is the cool part of it. It is Starship Troopers, but it's with World War I weapons. Everything becomes cooler when crossed with World War I, like War of the Worlds. That was the premise of The Great Martian War, which is like a BBC faux documentary where they combined World War I footage with CGI Martian tripods really convincingly. It's still, some of the clips are still viral to this day, and it was from like 2004, 2005. Anybody in here? There better not be. Listen, Spooberman. Just because I take you to a movie doesn't mean you can put your fingers in my asshole. And fucking just don't lick him afterwards. Don't look at the camera and lick him and be like, that's finger licking good. That's the worst thing you could do. What is wrong with you? Why would you do that? Why would I also add as a rejoinder, savor the flavor? I never would. That would be reprehensible of me. Look, it's those wooden gas chamber doors I keep hearing about on the internet. What is this bullshit French art house film vibe? Any minute now, this is going to be a gay cowboy eating pudding. One of the fun things to do with AI is to just blow its mind. Is have it role play as like a pre-industrial peasant and then start showing it magic spells. It's like people who go to the zoo and they do magic tricks for the orangutans and chimpanzees and bonobos. You can just fucking mind break a poor 7 billion parameter AI all day long. Actually, that's true. Strider GIF. It was typical at the time for delousing chambers to use wooden doors with felt liners because the gas was at ambient pressure. So there was no differential to push the gas out or air inward. Additionally, the most widely circulated photographs, only one of them actually shows the gas chamber door. And that's of the type that we discussed, which was an improvised gas chamber due to metal shortages. Built the same way delousing chambers were. The other one looks like an office door, and that's because as the war came to a close, they had fewer and fewer bunkers. So they had to repurpose some subterranean gas chambers to be used as office space in the last weeks and days of the war, and so they refit them with different doors, and they cleaned them out. Because the last survivors of the German government were being crammed into a smaller and smaller space, basically. What's up, Zulu? We're watching some kind of French art house film. You'll ruin the movie. It's about gay cowboys eating pudding. Who am I talking to? Ruin the movie? What is this movie so far? This literally is some film student shit. Where it's like, look at... You know what? I'm going to go on another mini rant. You got me started, and now you can't stop me now. There's the same shit with writers. A lot of writers, I'm learning the hard way, are just in it to look smart. So they intentionally write in like an inscrutable way. Like in an overly symbolic and cryptic way. Because they believe if something is hard to understand, that means that the author must be really smart. Or they're hoping that's what readers think. I take pride in not doing that. I take pride in writing like marketable, accessible literature that people from all walks of life can enjoy. Sometimes people tell me they have to get out there like their dictionary for some words because I don't have a theory of mind. I don't know what other people won't understand that I do. And I use I reference like obscure technologies all the time just because I'm an old tech autist, like Techmoan and Technology Connections guy. But other than that, I write stuff that I would like to read, that I think my audiences would like to read. What the fuck is the point? How are you using your life if you intentionally write something to be unapproachable and inaccessible and like painful and difficult to read and understand? What's in it for you other than fucking jacking yourself off? That is the worst thing. Zulu says he's got all the things he needs to start making his solar generator. What's the wattage of the panel on that, by the way? I'm trying to get a sense of the scale of this solar generator you're making and what all you'll be able to actually power with it. Although that's going to come in real fucking handy now that you have a ham radio hobby, if it's capable of outputting the right voltage for your radio. You'll be able to, if you get a motorcycle, you can pack that shit all over the country and do radio from different locations if that's something you're interested in. There's this YouTuber, Save It for Parts is the name of the channel, and he does all sorts of radio projects you would really like. In fact, he does satellite projects where he builds his own satellite dish and he uses it to access government satellite feeds. He reads data from GPS satellites. He reads weather data from NOAA satellites using open source software. That's pretty good. That's pretty close to mine, actually. I have a 500 watt hour battery. I don't know what that is in amp hours. And a 102 watt panel. I wouldn't quibble over this last 2 watts, but when it comes to solar panels, wattage is like inches on your dick. You want to make sure every last watt counts. Who's in here with me? Is anyone in here? What do you want? Who is in here with me? Who do I keep talking to? You know what? Germans made this film. Yeah, Save It for Parts is a really good channel. He does stuff nobody else is doing. A lot of people do robot stuff. A lot of people do superhero powers, stuff like suction cut boots, or like web slingers or grappling hooks. Almost nobody else is accessing satellite data. You don't need that big of a dish to do it either. What's the wattage draw on your radio, Zulu? You know? You should be able to calculate roughly how long you can operate it. Somebody's breathing really heavy. Huh. Is this all it takes to be an artisanal filmmaker? Is you go out to like the beach and you do a lot of shaky cam, out of focus footage of fucking like coral and stones and the sand and some fucking trees, and then you cut it together and set it to like ambient droning. Ah!
This movie's kind of boring, isn't it? Why don't we play a game instead? How about you run, and I'll see if I can catch you. I'll give you 3 seconds. 3, 2.
Bitch titties! Okay, so the entire time I was supposed to wait for him to come up behind me. We just wasted a lot of our lives on nothing. Then I'm supposed to find the key over here, run back down the stairs, and keep him going in a loop. It cannot be meant to go on for that long. It can't be. Yeah, that's the real value of panels. If they're big enough, then it's infinite power, and if they're not, then it acts like extended battery. That's what I do with my air compressor for my diving helmet. I can dive a long ass time off of that little 500 watt hour battery because I'm bringing in... It doesn't bring in 102 watts, except under perfect conditions. Mostly I get like 75 to 80 watts on a sunny day. But it greatly extends the runtime. It takes the load off the battery. Seen it all before. What's so funny? What you laughing at? You seen this one? Remember that infamous film of like the guy with a razor cutting the woman's eyeball, where it's actually like a quick cut to a cattle eyeball, like a dead cattle cadaver eyeball. That fucked me up. They showed me that in a film class, which I had despite not majoring in film. For some reason, I thought, let's show them that. I guess it's good to know about the classics. I don't know why that's a classic. Can I help you with something? I still don't see him. Look, dude, if you want to fuck my ass, a movie is only 50% of the equation. You also got to take me to dinner. I'm not one of your cheap sluts. Dinner and a movie is the minimum. So, you know, I want to feel special. I ain't no 250-pound single mother. I mean, I am planning to give you the old pickle surprise, but you know what you signed up for. Do you know what I'm talking about? About writers? I wish I had never... Like, I received advice from a friend that I need to network with writers. I need to get involved in the writing community. So I need to post and read forums and discords by writers for writers. And I'm questioning if that was good advice now. Because a lot of it's segregated by skill level. Like, a lot of these groups are just for beginners. How to get started, how to overcome writer's block, what to write about, how you self-publish, how you find a publisher. And I'm a big fish in a small pond there. It's great for easy gratification. All of my writing gets good reviews. If I want to feel good about myself, I can blow people away. But that doesn't really help me grow as an author. But then the other communities are for people who've been writing for a long time. And that's a totally different crowd. They're much less supportive. And they're much less friendly. And they get snippy, they get jealous. And a lot of them seem bitter if they haven't had any success. Like me. I mean, I've had some success. I've had marginal success. But what I found is that a lot of them write for really questionable reasons. A lot of them idealize and idolize, I should say, like the greats, the classic writers of old, and they're basically, it's like hero worship, and they're aspiring to write the same kinds of things and to be remembered the same way. That never entered my head as an idea when I started writing. I started writing to entertain myself and other people. And my thinking is, I mean, I guess I do sometimes do that. Probably I sound like a pleb for writing, trying to write marketable fiction. Trying to write fiction that people will enjoy. But my thinking, and maybe, I guess there's a room for diversity of fiction in the world, written for different reasons, for different crowds, but I don't see how. I mean, if you write something just to feel like you're a smart guy, and so that people will scratch their heads when they read it, that's just masturbation. You wrote that for you. And it's not valuable. It's not art. It's intentionally cryptic bullshit nonsense. It's a weird thing to get angry about, but I guess I do feel a little bit angry about that. Thinking about someone being like, haha, no one understands me. I'm so clever because I intentionally wrote something in a weird, stilted prose with flowery, antiquated language. Nobody will understand me because I'm not understandable by plebs. I'm special and nobody gets me. You just know someone with that who writes for that reason has like the most punchable face. They've got a punchable soul, if that's a thing. I guess I feel that way because I want to be entertained. I want to read better. More. That's why I got into writing. Is I wanted to write for games ultimately. And I felt games had bad, shitty plots. And they say be the change you want to see in the world. Identify a shortcoming that you can help with, and that's how you find your place and you contribute something constructive. How do I advance the plot? There we go. You have to click on the darkness. The darkness! Has he got his dick out? I couldn't see. It's really dark. That's scarier, I think. If you're being chased by a dude, if his dick's out and his nipples are hard. Like, imagine... It's scary enough being chased by a guy in, like, a hockey mask. Or, like, Michael Myers mask. But imagine that he's naked except for the mask. And he's fucking jacked. He's built like a gorilla. And his nipples are rock hard. Like they could cut through diamonds. And he comes at you, like, howling like a baboon. You're probably going to shit your pants. You're probably going to shit my pants. That's why a lot of, like, tribal warriors, I think in Celts also, would sometimes go into battle naked. Like, we don't need armor. Our hard cocks will protect us.
This movie's kind of boring, isn't it?
You know what's not
Why don't
boring?
we play a game instead?
The game is anal sodomy.
How about you run, and I'll see if I can catch you. I'll give you 3 seconds. 3, 2.
I don't know where you're supposed to be going after that. Okay, this is the exit door. It's by the popcorn. We take a right, and we go for the exit. We have to do it one more time. I know how to skip it, make it go quickly. I'm turning a fucking Porky Pig here. Why can't I get through one of these games without having my tender pink cheeks clapped by a Spooperman? They thirst for butt pleasure. Insatiably. Just goes to show the truest monster of them all is man. Specifically this man in this game. Okay, I heard him come in. I haven't been able to see him yet. It's really dark. He is also wearing a black suit. He's wearing like the Donnie Darko mask. I guess that would be scary if you were like, if there's only one other person in the theater with you. And you couldn't see them clearly. That is kind of a solid concept for a spook. My concepts are always kind of schizophrenic isekai. It's isekai in the sense that it starts out with like, it's like magical realism. It starts out in a contemporary mundane setting. Like like someone's day-to-day life, but then some impossible, insane nonsense turns out to be true, and their world unravels around them. I guess that might be too broad. I mean, technically, Mario Brothers, Super Mario Bros. Is an isekai. Technically, Wizard of Oz and Alice in Wonderland are isekais. But I had someone describe my work as that, and I can't unsee it now. I do that for a reason, though. I in order to be scared, the premise has to seem believable to me. It has to seem like something that could really happen. It can't be too far-fetched. So it has to be grounded in reality, and it has to not introduce too many wacky departures from reality. Usually there's like only one, not a MacGuffin, for like one exotic element, and then the rest of the story is just exploring the implications if this one crazy thing were true. Come on, fucking game. Why is that one folded down? It's just like real life. The seats are so sticky I can't get up. Where is he? Oh, you click on the screen next. This is like this is Netflix and chill from your date's perspective. Like, I actually wanted to watch Game of Thrones. Put your dick away. I feel like that's well understood now, cultural parlance, that if you accept an invitation to Netflix and chill, that you're going to spend the night on your hands and knees. And that's just the way that that's just the way it goes. The way the wind blows. So I need to run up here, go up the stairs, grab the key, run through the doors, take a left out the double doors. What do I click on? I don't see anything. It better not be on a timer. I don't want to quit again. I want to give this one a fair chance. We might have to go over time tonight because I had that catastrophic crash earlier when I was playing RimWorld. What do you think of the RimWorld build so far? Even not really knowing a lot about the game, my MO is, I think, pretty unique. Using the most advanced materials to build prefabricated modular habitats in the harshest environments. In the desert, at the equatorial desert, the temperature should get up above 100 degrees in the summer, considerably. So it'll basically kill someone from heat stroke. That's what I enjoy doing in Minecraft and in RimWorld, is building comfortable, well-apportioned colonies in environments where you shouldn't be able to live. Which is just a violation of Mother Nature. She tries to keep us out of the ocean. She tries to keep us out of the ice caps for our own safety, and tries to keep us out of space. But we keep insisting on penetrating into space with these giant, powerful, phallic rocket ships and giant, long, black submarines. Pretty boring movie, isn't it? How about some sodomy? How about I fuck your ass? I don't know if I should... This might be TMI. You know what's funny is to get the AI to roleplay as an elderly woman in an old folks home. And gaslight her about who won, like, the World War II, and to see see where her sympathies lie, and just, I guess, frighten her. That's sick. That's sick, isn't it?
This movie's kind of boring, isn't it?
I'm bad, aren't I? I'm a bad person.
Why don't we play a game instead? How about you run, and I'll see if I can catch you. I'll give you 3 seconds. 3, 2.
What happened? Don't you come in here. I'm pooping. I'm pooping. Don't you come in here. Get out, Bart. I'm pissed. That's an oldie but a goodie. It's an older meme, but it checks out, sir. Can you see my feet under here? Should I should be standing on the bowl, shouldn't I? Amateur move. This is so relatable, though. See what I mean about setting in a mundane environment? Who hasn't been in this situation, hiding in a bathroom stall, trying to avoid surprise struggle snuggle from a stranger? Why is there an ambulance? Why is there an ambulance? Why is it huge? How old am I? Get home. Okay, the objective is get home. I don't know what home looks like. That's an invisible wall. Missing. Okay, that's the end. Finally, we gave that game a fair chance, and it wasn't actually that bad. I was unfair with it. Now we have... It wasn't actually that good either, though, is the thing. Death in Progress. Seems pretty well made, and it was worth the $1.80. I think 98 I spent on it. Support independent creators. I think it'll be worth the money. If not, I'm kind of fucked. There's no return mechanism. The game. Let's view the controls in the pause menu. What is an automatic settings adjuster? That's pretty advanced. This is pretty impressive stuff. Is this... Oh, I thought it was one of those games where you can start playing immediately. And the start screen is also where you start as a player. Hey, Mom, I know it's been a while since the last time I talked to you, but... Dad is really bad. I think he's going to die. We don't have any money. There's no hospitals, and you're 3,000 far away from us. A friend told me about an abandoned hospital which he worked in many years ago. He said there's still a bag with medicine hidden in a room with a red door. I think this is the last option I have, so... I'm sorry I didn't say something to you all this time. I love you. Commentary about American healthcare. Blah, blah, blah. That's the most effort I'm going to put into it, though. I'm kind of scared to post Reddit on 4chan more. That's probably my best option because I'm banned from Reddit, I'm banned from Twitter, I'm banned from Medium. 4chan is probably my last chance, but they're a volatile bunch of people who, if they feel like you're shilling and or like you feel good at all about yourself, they're like, we got to tear this guy down. We got to find where he lives. We got to harass him into suicide. I shouldn't be here. Probably gonna get in trouble. Really high fidelity graphics for an indie spooper jank. That's my flashlight? That doesn't work for shit. That's like a Walmart dollar or dollar store LED flashlight from China. I don't know. Seems legit. God, that pig mask guy from the movie theater was just the epitome of, if I catch you, I'm gonna fuck you energy. I hope that game doesn't take off and get popular, because then otherwise we're going to see sexualized fan art of the pig mask dude. God damn it. This is the least believable aspect of these games. In real life, this place would be jam-packed full of tweakers. Tweakers, stacked up all the way to the ceiling. Just kind of spasming and injecting themselves. Oh, that's lovely. Wonder what asset pack they got that from. That's actually one of the good things about AI. Is games will stop looking so similar. Because right now everybody gets assets from the Turbo Squid or the Unreal Asset Store or the Unity Asset Store. And it's pre-made assets, and there's only so many options for each genre. But NVIDIA has a tool now that can generate 3D assets and rig and animate them based on prompting. And probably it'll be able to do an even better job if you supplied an example of a model made by humans that's more or less along the lines of what you want, and it can sort of remix it. And every game can have a more unique looking aesthetic. I think as long as the plot and gameplay is still decided by a human, it's still a positive thing. Because ultimately, what's the crux of a good game? It's not the graphics. It's the storytelling and the gameplay. So that's the part humans should have to design. I don't see anything. I see a bunch of fucking tires. That's where I used to catch mosquito larvae as a wee little boy who didn't know any better. I thought there were sea monkeys. If you look in stagnant pools of water, you could sometimes see a little squiggly mosquito larva. I told my dad, and he dumped the water out and killed them, and I cried. He also killed a bat once, which really upset me. Not on purpose. There were bats that were sleeping underneath the window covers of the cabin. And he smacked it at the window cover with a broom in order to scare them out, and he just crushed one of them. I was a sensitive lad. This is pretty good. This looks like a modern game. Can I take that crucifix? I'm probably going to need the crucifix. Mortal Anxiety Comfort Object.fbx. Also known as Binky. Scared people gotta have their binkies. I say that, but I'm probably gonna be shitting myself and crying with fear when it's my turn to die. Maybe. I mean, some days I feel like I'd be okay going, like right now. Like I've seen enough, I've done enough. Things are not looking good. What keeps me going is that I seem to be living through the singularity, and I really want to see what's going to happen. Like, if I live long enough, things might get better or unfathomably worse, but they won't be boring. It's guaranteed they won't be boring, at the very least. Oh, cool fucking gameplay! Find a key, open a door. Inside the room is another key to open another door. Wolfenstein 3D did this. Fuck Wolfenstein 3D. The original Apple II Wolfenstein did this. I feel maybe I'm asking too much. I do expect better, though, from a 3D game. Am I a beggar who's also being a chooser, maybe? This is making me wish I had stuck to 3D level design. I dabbled in Doom. I didn't like Doom because you can't fucking make anything with it. It doesn't have glass. It doesn't have 3D floors by default. It doesn't have slopes. It doesn't have water you can submerge in. It doesn't have moving sectors for rotating doors or trains. It doesn't have moving vehicles. So I gave up on Doom right away after trying Dehacked and Doomed, which were the editors I worked with. I tried Marathon 2 because I bought it for cheap, and it seemed to have more engine features. It had submergible water, it had vacuum space areas with different gravity. It had like computer chips you could place and computer monitors so you could tell. I was attracted to the monitors because you could tell a story through those, and I wanted to tell stories. But ultimately, it was also way too limited. It didn't have slopes. You couldn't have any single sector be more than 8-sided. Think about how crippling that is. That was for performance reasons. You couldn't have more than an octagon. You could have overlapping sectors. That was pretty cool. Then I hit on the build engine, and the build engine was like Half-Life before Half-Life. It was super fucking interactive. If you wanted to tell a story, you could import custom art and have a security camera just in a little room looking at the custom art, or you could use the font built into the game to write something on the wall and make it into like a little interactive terminal. How do I use the crowbar? You could have scripted explosions that would go off on a timer. You could have destructible level geometry. Oh, that's what you're supposed to do. I see. I get you now. You could have rotating gears. You could have hinged doors that open like real doors. You could have transparent breakable glass. You could have submergible water using a teleporter trick. You could have silent teleporters. You could have room over room as long as you can't see into both at once. You could have sprite-based bridges and 3D floors, kind of. It's so flexible in terms of what you can make. People are still using it. There's this guy making a British satire game based on the British media, basically, and celebrities, called Duke Smoochum, which is fucking hilarious. He used Concode to script that, you know, that seagull, the meme of that seagull walking into like a Sainsbury's and walking out with a packet of crisps. He made that in the build engine. He made the British Snooker Championships in the build engine. If you've ever laughed at British memes on 4chan, it's an entire game of British memes, just the eternal Anglo being Life is Strange. Yeah, I never played that. Less is more. Sometimes I sold my scooter a while back when I thought I had too much clutter lying around. And I regretted that. Because when I needed to have my car worked on at the mechanic, I could have used the scooter to get home instead of buying an Uber. I didn't wind up buying an Uber. What I wound up doing is riding the bus, which was nearby. Anyhow, once again, the eternal trope of every horror game is there are missing fuses. You gotta put the fuses in the fuse box, and they're giant fucking suppository dildo vacuum tubes. Dragon dildo sized, roughly. Not that I would know what size a dragon dildo is. Roughly. You know, nobody has made a game where you have a dildo launcher. I think there's a Gmod weapon pack where you have the Drildo, which is a power drill with the dildo on the end of it, and it flops around. That's kind of funny. This causes enemies to ragdoll and make that knocking noise when they spaz out like everything does in Gmod. There should be a dildo launcher though, where it's not like a rigid projectile, so it like bounces off of shit and jiggles all over the place. But if you hit them in the mouth, then it sticks in their mouth, like the steak gun from Painkiller. I need 2 fuses. Okay, well, shit. I didn't know that. Shit, shoddy. I wasn't expecting this. Damn. Yeah, that would probably be the scariest thing we could find in here, is just tweakers. Because I gotta tell you, I've seen a lot of Spoopermans in my time, and they're just boring by now, but just a legit cracked out tweaker wearing like a trash bag for pants with like his crazy hair and his bloodshot eyes coming at me. Just gooning. Running at you, gooning. Oh yeah, the Postal. I don't think that was the Postal base game. I think that was a mod. I think I watched a Civ 11 video on it. It had a bow and arrow dildo. I still think that a dildo launcher with a laser scope for long distance tactical romance would hit the spot. Maybe literally. Red card and turn the power on. It's unexpectedly well made. There's actually a lot to this, surprisingly. A lot of shit to... I guess I paid for this. I should expect there to be. We might have to go overtime tonight. I'm gonna go overtime tonight because I deprived you lovely people of a full-length stream by having computer difficulties earlier. Not that anything of value was lost, because frankly, the part that got cut off was my self-indulgent RimWorld base tour. Which I don't do that often, but whenever there's a new development, I feel like it's a little bit interesting, right? I develop interesting environments for my little human characters to live in. I've been thinking about getting rid of the nerve staple humans, because they're monstrosities. They don't really have emotions. They're just basically drones. I cyberized them so heavily they may as well just be robots. But if I do a holocaust of the nerve stapled colonists, it'll cause the rest of them to go berserk. Because they form relationships with each other. And they're emotionally important to each other. And I'll cause a mental break for like half of my remaining colonists if I just liquidate all of the nerve stapled ones. Plus I have an emotional connection to some of them. Some of them have been with me for so long, they're like the main characters of my colony. Remember when I used to have a special sleepy time bye-bye room, which is just where I vented all the waste heat from all the steam geysers and all the air conditioners. I didn't know that you could just have them be executed as a medical procedure. So I put them in there to fry like popcorn. And then it would cremate the body. But that turns out to be waste, though. Even if you kill an enemy, you can resurrect them with the mech serum, and then you can cyberize them and nerve staple them. And you got a free robot, basically. What am I saying? What is... RimWorld really turns you into a bad person. I feel like that's more ethical than what some people do, though. A lot of people just harvest organs and sell them. I'm beyond post scarcity, though. I don't really need... I'm outside of the economy in RimWorld. I can kill every ship and just take their silver. So I have all the silver I could possibly need, but I don't use it for money. I use it to vent waste heat into space during battles. And I can't use it for money because I alienated all my trading partners by just killing them. Now, unless I were to pay a exorbitantly huge fee to get them to trust me again, I can't buy anything from anyone. But I don't need to buy anything. I just can just destroy their ship. And if there's something on board that I want to pilfer, I want to pillage, and I don't want it to burn up in the battle, then I can just disable their engines. Where was I going? Disable their weapons, and then they're dead in the water, and I can take my sweet time setting a boarding party to manually collect the items I want. Here we go. Now we're talking. Are we? Now we're talking, right? Oh, lights appear to be on. Those are already on, though. Is this backup lighting? For real, though, living in proximity to Portland has ruined my childlike whimsy on many topics, especially forts. You can't really get excited about cool-looking spots for forts that you see out and about, because somebody has already had the same idea as you. If there's any like little cubby hole underneath a public staircase or something, if you peek your head in there, there's going to be a tweaker in there, probably butt fucking another tweaker. Tweakers be horny, and they be resourceful. That's sad. It's like when I was a little kid, I would assume if I saw a little hole in like the bushes, like a hedge or something, that elves lived in there, or goblins, or trolls, or leprechauns. Nope, tweakers, and they're butt fucking tweakers everywhere you turn. There's also a lot of municipal utility access doors. Like, if you've ever looked at the concrete base of a bridge, oftentimes there's like a door in the foundation. And it's like, what the fuck? Why is there a door in the bridge? Oftentimes there's a way to get up there, because they need to be able to change things like light bulbs in the lamps, and they need to be able to change the American flag from time to time. So there's usually a way to access the bridge from the underside, by elevator or by ladder. Stuff like that tantalizes me. That's like Alice. That's like Narnia shit. Do you know what I mean? Am I making sense? Like when you see a mysterious door that gets overlooked by everybody, it feels like when your imagination is active, before the world has completely crushed all of the imagination out of you. Like those doors could lead anywhere. Let me see what else is out here. You found this medicine. It won't let me leave. Well, thank you for that. You saved me from wandering around, not knowing what to do. I wonder if I glitched it. I wonder if the lights were supposed to come on when I put the fuses in, but they just didn't. You ever come across a tweaker hideout in the wild? I came across a really elaborate one in the Mount. It wasn't that forest. It was Forest Park, which I access usually by Wildwood Trail, the Wildwood Trailhead. That's not the name of the trail. It's the name of the trailhead. Is the name of the trail. The trailhead has this. It's named after some guy. I don't remember the exact name. It's the one with the bridge going over it, which is really scenic and beautiful. But yeah, I found this encampment where, much to my astonishment, there was a tarp draped over supports. It was really really well made. It was like insulated, and it was like mostly waterproof. It's a tent under a tarp, surrounded by brush and propped up by sticks and using twine and packing tape to create like a mostly insulated structure that would not get wet when it rained. And there was nobody in there at the time, but I was terrified to touch anything, lest he find out that I touched his shit. I forget where you live, Strider. You live, where do you live? There aren't any druggy issues. Like Singapore? I think Singapore is probably one of the only places on Earth where they would just kill the tweaker. Actually, that's not true. In Brazil, Duterte, or wherever he is, I know he does the kind of thing. Which is really crossing the line. I mean, addicts are humans too, kind of. Southeast Asia. Are they just way more strict about it? I have a hard time believing there's not hard drug abuse anywhere in the world. I don't know what to do. I may have to come back to this. The giant 1960s style medical console. Ventilation capacity. Switching NPC. That's probably for the best. I mean, if you think about it, hard drugs are the closest thing to a real zombie virus. A virus is a virus because it's not a living thing. It can't reproduce itself. It's not even motile. It just latches onto cells and then uses the cells, it hijacks them in order, so the cells make more of the virus. And that's kind of what meth and heroin are. We are the hosts, and it doesn't need to reproduce itself because humans do it. Humans are smart enough to analyze the molecule and figure out how to make more of it. And it hijacks your brain, so that's all you want. It's just more of that molecule. I flipped the switch. Maybe that opened a door? Behind the red door. So now theoretically the power should be on. But I still need a red key, don't I? Real fake doors. Cool. Cool. It looks like something I could use, but evidently not. Oh! This opens. This is new. This is new. Power did not come on at all. I'm very confused. Ah! Oh, my soul hurts. Oh. Oh, fuck, that really got me. It's such a slow burn. I was completely placid. I was completely... I felt safe. Nothing had popped out for a long time. Purple key. Oh, it's got colored keys. Shit. I'm sticking with this because I paid money for it. Got a red button. I don't know what it was. I don't want to find out. It's gonna fuck my ass. Come fuck me. That's from the YOLO, the Michael Cusack cartoon, where that Australian, the pair of thoughts go to the club and the blonde one was like, "Yeah, you want to fuck me? Come on, fuck me, fuck me." And he does, and there's like a scared, terrified turd in her colon that he chases down the street, and I guess I'm not going to finish that sentence. This is a goddamn family show. This is a Christian Minecraft server. Anyone who has seen that knows what I'm talking about. Aha, here we go. This is really how hospitals work. Oh, there's blood. Oh no, menstrual blasted. Flavor blasted, period. Literally blasted all over. Somebody just fucking hiked up their skirt and bent over and shot it all over the wall like how penguins shit. Just like a stream of liquid. Sorry if you were eating. As long as it wasn't Go-Gurt, you should be fine. God, somebody had a straight up Hillary Clinton period in here. No. I don't feel safe. Yes? Yes, okay. This is where they force the neckbeards to bathe before they can go to the Magic the Gathering tournament. Nope. Oh, here it is. Is this it? No, it's not it. Is that... This is medicine. Why would I not steal that on the off chance that it might be what I'm looking for? Oh shit, toilet buttons. A classic trope from Silent Hill and Resident Evil and also Eternal Darkness. Not as scary the second time. You know what feels weird? There are invisible walls. There's a curve here. So you don't get stuck on level geometry, and that's cool. That prevents me from getting snagged. But it may... There's a... No, there's not one here. It feels like everything's on rails. It feels like I'm in a scary haunted house ride at the theme park. Because I can only go where I'm supposed to go. This is very linear. But you know what? This is also one of the better made experiences so far. Was it worth $1.98? Maybe not. I mean, that could have gotten a hard taco for that. A taco in Minnesotan parlance. Have you heard Minnesota made it illegal to do the call to prayer 24/7 from their, and they also have a gigantic growing Somalian Muslim population now. It's going to completely transform the place. I'm not going to say it's good or bad, but it's very different from what I knew. When I was growing up, Minnesota was basically this little Sweden. Everybody there was Scandinavian. Maybe that's why they're importing so many Somalians. That's like the Swedish instinct. Is to just self-destruct. I'm going to miss it. A lot of my childhood sweethearts that I met while on vacation in Minnesota were blonde-haired, blue-eyed, Scandinavian lovelies. At least I can't remember clearly, because, I mean, at that age, my memories aren't... They're a little bit blurry. It looked good to me at the time. Whatever a fucking 9-year-old standards are. No? Nothing here. I guess this is like the administrative offices. Which a hospital would have. This is what I'm talking about. This is a perfect fort area. Or if you hang some curtains from this part here and over here, then you've got a little hidey hole. But guaranteed there's a tweaker sleeping there in real life. 100,000% of the time. Spooky hospital. American healthcare, that's the true horror. Uh-oh. Is this hospice care? This doesn't look like a happy place where good things happened. This is where they fucking take the guys from Jackass to sew their colon back up after they rupture it by inserting a Hot Wheels car. Which is a real thing that happened. It's one of my favorite real life facts. I mean, on paper that was a good idea. What is the most loop-de-loop, curvy, wild Hot Wheels track of all but your intestines? Your very own intestines. It's like Journey into the Human Body. It's like Magic School Bus. Maybe the Hot Wheels car was a magic school bus. And Miss Frizzle was just trying to teach all the kids about the digestive tract. And Carlos was fucking making puns. Distracted everybody and they crashed. How come nobody has made us a horror parody of Magic School Bus yet? That seems like an obvious premise. And Carlos is the killer, and everyone's like, Carlos! What is this? Looks like what you'd steam, about, I don't know how to pronounce it, steamed buns in. There's nothing in here. Is there going to be a scripted spook when I leave this place? No, okay. Well, I can't really complain too much. I can't say this is badly made. This is actually pretty polished. What I can say is this is really, really trite. I mean, how many spooky hospitals have we been through now? I think the harshest words I ever had was for a game where the levels literally went spooky sewer, spooky cave, spooky hospital, spooky mental asylum. It's like trope after trope after trope after trope. It's just like trope vomit. You can't always completely avoid tropes, but it's worth trying to. I can't get in there. It really looks like I should be able to. Really looks like that's where you go, but I guess not. Pardon me. Oh, what's this? Oni-chan, Uwu. Oh shit, so, okay, I got a key now. I don't remember... This is the surgery room, isn't it? Well, I don't need a key to get in here. Is this not the surgery room? Really? Really? Okay, I fucking guess not. That's kind of surprising. I don't remember passing by any particular locked doors, though. Oh, this is it, apparently. Oh, there's a purple light, purple light, purple light, purple light. Guarantee you that's the purple key. Fucking guarantee you. Eldritch Magic School Bus. I can't read that. I'm not going to try. Spooky children, basically, is the synopsis. Spooky children. They cost all of your money, and they break up your marriage if they're autistic. Spooky children. They scream and they vomit and they shit and they piss. Spooky children want expensive toys all the time. Gotta change their diapers. Spooky children smell like cookies and butt constantly. Nobody knows why, even if you wash them. Don't you pop out at me. You listen here, Spooperman. You and I go way back. And we've had our differences. But one of these days, you gotta grow out of this whole popping out thing. That's not respectful of consent. One thing I am thankful for is at least the fucking flashlight doesn't have short-lived batteries, because that is one of the most irritating things. Just to add a battery-finding mechanic. Like, you got an Emojis kid. Roblox is amazing now. Roblox is creeping up on Unity as being the most accessible game creation toolset, which blows my mind. Do you know what I'm talking about? I've seen like Black Ops Zombies clones made in Roblox. That just seems wrong. It's like, what, really? You mean the silly Minecraft knockoff game? Yeah. That Roblox. You can now import meshes and animations and rigged models. I believe I have the purple key now. I believe we have my stapler. I want to cry thinking about all the... Shut the fuck up. Office Space and comedies of the 1990s about how hellish cubicle farms were, and now everyone's like, we don't know how good we had it. Bring back the cubicle farms. Deliver us from this open concept office hell. I should use the purple key to open that purple door in the first floor. Yeah, that's what I figured. I'm doing that exact thing right now. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. We've done that. Where was the fucking... Where was that door? Is it... This is floor 1, right? This is technically the first floor, isn't it? We don't need to go underground for this, I don't believe. This might not be the first floor. Been through there. Been through... No? Yeah? No? Yeah? No? Maybe? Oh, here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. I'm losing my mind. Yeah, now I'm inside the Resident Evil mansion. Mansion, hospital, sewer, tunnel, cave, asylum. Don't be scared. You can't fucking tell me what to do. You're not even my real dad. Maybe in time I'll accept you as my father, but that's... Red card. Okay, we've got the red key card. This would actually be pretty... I mean, a lot of people would die if real hospitals were set up like Resident Evil mansions. But it would be really entertaining. It's like if you needed to go get packets of blood or like surgical implements. You had to find like a rooster crest and you had to open the garden gate. And you had to find like the skull door. Interdasting. This is turning out to be surprisingly good. At least surprisingly not bad. Assets look good. Everything about the gameplay is functional. Oh, this is where they strap you in. And it's like Clockwork Orange, and they force you to watch Morbius. In Gitmo. This is actually Gitmo. Where the internet Get out, Bart, and piss! How many times I gotta tell you? I despair, but also delight to think that I'll still be quoting these ancient 2007 memes on my deathbed. Which, at the way that I eat, probably is not that far away. No, I don't go. I don't go up there. Apparently. Where'd I come from? Oh, here. Let me put the code. Eight 415. I don't know the code yet. Was it in one of the notes I was supposed to read it? But I hope not. God, better not have been. I don't want to read it in the game unless I wrote it. Nothing. Nope. Nothing in there. So one person observes the person who's watching the film. There's a clock. It's interesting implications of what sort of experiments went on here. You funny guy. You wild and crazy guy. Y'all can't see chat. You're missing out. I got some funny ass followers. I'm gonna make you wonder for the rest of your life what the joke was. It's got to be around here. Is that it? No, that's not it. Huh. I don't see it there. 106. Is that it? 10653-95. No. If that's literally the gist of it. Oh, here we go. What's that? Question mark, question mark, question mark. There's writing on the wall. Laundry is hanging on the... Can't read that. Help. What is this over here? Oh, I see. Oh, I get what you're laying down. I'm picking up what you're laying down. 651986. How do I enter it? What do I push? Is that not how I do it? What am I doing wrong? Is it the other way around? Is it back to front? What did I do wrong? 681986. That's a ticket. It's automatic. Here's the bag. Now it is time to abscond from this place. Which you would think I would have done sooner. I guess he has a rationale for why he doesn't bug out the minute he sees the monster. Which is that he's poor, he's destitute, and he needs to steal this medicine for his ailing father. A lot of these games don't have a good explanation in their story for why the main character sticks around after seeing a demon from hell. Who is the monster? Is it like a fucked up patient who was left here as a... Oh no, not to the jump scare. Not to the sophisticated intellectual jump scare. Oh, here's the phone. Oh, it's alright, son. Mom loves you too, actually. I'm coming home next week and Dad will be fine. Don't worry and tell him the rest. Oh, womp womp. Sad ending. Besides one really effective jump scare, I feel like it didn't creep me out enough. It could have done more to creep me out, like having dark silhouettes standing in the darkness that disappear when you look at them. Stuff like that. Did little things like having doors open and close, but I don't know. Unreal Engine 5, really. I guess the good news is my PC runs UE5. That wasn't the worst thing I've ever played. That was a competently made game. It was very basic. You know what? That's comfort food. That's my bread and butter. Is schlocky, boogity boogity boo jump scare horror games. What am I complaining about? The suits have gone mad. Don't be too excited. Dark Pear is not about a pair of black boobies. I got excited too. Don't be like me. Blake and Whitley Innovation. This looks pretty. This looks like a... Hang on, it's going to flash my personal information. I don't know why it needs permission. Okay, there we go. The suits have gone mad! Chapter 1. This looks like a Reddit game. I can't explain what I mean by that. You pick up what I'm laying down? This has a Reddit vibe. Hope I'm wrong. I didn't pay anything for this, though. Ooh, the suits have gone mad. The narwhal bacons at midnight. presentable. Black suit. Konnichiwa. 60 hours per week. 60-hour weeks, Jesus. What is this, Amazon? Poor Pierce are lazy. You might spend 15 minutes away from your desk throughout the day. There's a lot of P's. Potential. Promotions available after a minimum of 5 years. 5? Jesus. Yeah, job bad. Job bad. Solomon Grundy not want work this job. Oh, the scariest spook of them all. Wage cuckery. Employment. It's best to take the elevator to my office as quickly as possible. Semi-compatible with Steam Controller. Steam Controller often doesn't have anything bound for E. I need to fix that in the universe. There's like a global mapping. Well-made environments. Except for whatever that was just now. I'm gonna piss on the elevator control panel. Like that one kid in the Webm. I still remember that. There's this Webm of this Chinese elevator with this kid who gets in, and I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. I guess when you're that age, you're just a little shit, and you just live to be a rapscallion. But he just whips his dick out and starts projectile pissing with really good pressure. Really, like, adequate piss pressure. Because he's shooting the piss up at an angle, like, into the control panel of the elevator. It isn't. I don't think he expected anything would happen. I think he just wanted people to touch his piss. But it starts sparking and like. Everyone's identical. Yeah. That shouldn't make me laugh. That's awful. But it do. It do. Get to the test chamber, Gordon. I wrote a scene like this in the background of your memories, where in the dream world he goes to a place that's simply called work. It looks almost just like this. Everything's black and white. Everybody wears suits. But it's set in like the 1940s. But there's also like a rail system that cameras travel along the ceiling. This is well made. Good morning, Theo. You have 6 new messages. Missing for 2 months. Boss is missing? Oh no. Tone review. Tone review? Delivery confirmed. New hire package. Oh, everybody who's a fresh hire gets a copy of Definition of Success, a Leonardo Blake autobiography. Blake and Whitney's Office Successors Mega Pack. Automated moderation service and removed. Huh. They've got that already, huh? You're needing a signature to sign off on. Nothing notice. It's required to start work by 7 a.m. at the latest. Strike has been issued. Your employment record. As this is your third strike, your next pay will be docked by 50%. This PC is now unrestricted. I mean, that's fair. That's more than 3 hours late. That's 3 hours and 5 minutes late. This issue is not available for appeal and may not be discussed with coworkers. Be punctual next time. Daily inspiration. Can I drag my browse into the trash? I should check my emails. I did check my... Oh, I didn't check this one. Did at 1 p.m. Saw my emails. What's that? To-do list. Parlov signature. Converse with 3 employees. Create a presentation. Vending machine. Wow, this is really effective. I already want to die. What is it? This looks like Windows 3.1 too. It's like AI driven too. Doesn't sound like anything I've ever seen. Well, that was, it's like the color out of space. I introduced the color blue accidentally into my black and white world. What happened? What happened? What's going on, King Charisma? You missed some pretty good, interesting indie spooper jank. A dream again. I don't even remember finishing the presentation. Whatever, good enough. It's uploaded, so I can't do much to fix it now. And that tone, what was that about? Must be all in my head. Oh look, someone 3D printed the save icon. Task done. I can check my notes on the PC if I forgot other tasks. Multiple programs has been restricted because of my lateness. 14 days. A contact supervisor if necessary programs unable to be accessed. Nice, nice. I'm glad you chose to stop by. I haven't seen you for a while. You didn't miss much. I had a fucking catastrophic crash trying to play RimWorld on the Core i5. Maybe I'm the fool. Should go to the break room. I need to get some guy's signature. I need to talk to 3 people. Mr. Blake recently became the richest person in the world. The guy looks like that guy that everyone's seen in their dream. That looks like a serial killer mugshot. Well done on the most recent tones, Theo. This really feels like a bad dream. Or maybe a good dream for some people. Sometimes I wish the world was more black and white. Foolish heresy. This is what is happening all the time inside Mark Zuckerberg's head. Always good to see how the employees are going. It's task done. I can check my notes if I forgot the others. Printing area. There's some guy I need to talk to get a signature. You missed. We revisited that movie game where you're trying to find theater. Where this time I had the patience to sit down and fucking find where you're supposed to go, and we got unexpectedly sodomized by a gentleman in a business suit and a pig mask, which for me is just another Tuesday. He's a big guy for you. Was that part of your plan? In fact, it was. Observer operates from the floor below us. The observer? Oh. The observer's always watching. Yeah, this is what's weird about the corporate environment in America, is that we're a democratic country, ostensibly. But every corporation... Every corporation functions like a little dictatorship. We have like the larger cellular membrane of the organism that is the United States is free and democratic, but it's all the little sub vacuoles, all the little components of it are fascistic. Parlov will no longer be working with us. We have decided to let him go due to significant breaches of company policy. Investigations are underway, identifying possible accomplices of Parlov. What was he doing? Hope you have been keeping your nose clean, Mr. Blue. I believe you were needing Parlov to sign off on a tone review. My signature will be more than sufficient. Also, I hope you're prepared for your meeting this afternoon. That is all. It's fucking terrifying. Such low diversity. This truly is hell. Gary's never gotten into serious trouble like this before. It's a task done. I can check my notes on the PC. I talked to people. I got the signature. This is actually really compelling. I wrote a setting like this in a dream world in Backgrounding Memories where it's just called work. I talked about this. Everybody has a fedora. Everybody looks the same. Everybody just talks about working in generic terms. And there's like a rail system. Like the overhead rails at the dry cleaner that the clothes move along. But there's like a cluster of instruments that travels along it. It's got a camera. It's got a microphone. But it's also got like a little dart gun. And if anybody, you have to pretend you don't see it. Everybody's terrified of letting on that they're aware of its existence. Because the minute you acknowledge its presence, it shoots you in the neck with a dart and you get taken away. Reading this means you'll never see me again. I was hoping to discuss in person, but it seems my time has been cut short. In your possession is a device that now belongs to you. That's kind of a tautologist statement. While it may look like a mere pen, it connect wireless in a multitude of devices and active security measures. From the information I know, this will be helpful in the near future. The observer's surveillance room. Executive communication logs. I'm in on the kind of. No, I'm talking about a setting I wrote in one of my stories. I guess I'm now a hackerman. Check mark, buy refreshment, vending machine. I got a signature, did I not? Buy refreshment. What do you mean you write books? Do I write books? Oh, thank you. Let me try to... Wish I hadn't sassy just now. Let me log in. Someone want to link him? Hold on, I gotta give my SMS code. I don't have that much time left in the stream. I'm going overtime though today. It's fine. Alright, here's the deal. There you go. That will take you to all of my writing stuff. To my physically published Dead Tree horror anthologies. I write weird horror. I've heard it described as schizophrenic isekai. Where you start off with a main character who's a contemporary, ordinary, mundane person in a mundane environment. White superposition. But then weird shit starts to happen. Kind of like Stranger Things. I do try to keep it original, though. I take pride in having original premises or original aspects to my stories. Because I write what I want to read, and what I want to read is stuff I haven't seen before. I don't have... I think I have exactly one ghost story where it's a haunting. I've got exactly... I don't really have any zombie stories per se. Out of order, out of order. What am I supposed to do? Did I not get the signature? I didn't check it off my list. Am I supposed to... Is this like the Matrix where I'm Neo and I'm supposed to ignore what the game tells me to do? And I'm supposed to go off the rails? This is closed now. I can't go in here. I can't get the signature that I need. Does not compute. It's just horror, but it's not like Boogity Boo horror. It's not like I don't know how to describe it. I've heard it compared to Ligotti, Thomas Ligotti, some of Gaiman's works like Neverwhere or Coraline. Lovecraftian influence, but only by people who I suspect have only really read Lovecraft. It's not that similar, actually. I would compare it to Jacob's Ladder, if you've ever seen Jacob's Ladder. One 11110. What am I doing? I'm pondering ye orb and scrying yon fucking spirits and shit. This is wrong. How does this work? Well, I worked. I don't care. Really, I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, that's a good book to steal. That's kind of not the worst thing you could have stolen. I stole a bendy Spider-Man when I was like 5 years old. And I felt so guilty that I told my parents, and they drove me back to return it. I cried and I cried and I cried. I cried and I cried and I cried and I cried. Did a lot of crying. I guess I was just a little pussy bitch. Uh, 00011. Mama, come here. You little shit. Come here, cat. Come here, kitty cat. Meow. Meow. What do you want? What do you want? Explain to me your needs. If she jumps back up on the table, I can turn cat cam back on. You haven't been here for a while, Charisma. So you may not have seen cat cam. Come here, kitty cat. There she goes. She loves to hunker down on the desk. If I can see past her, I can turn on cat cam. And then turn on the light. Little cat. Yes, that's right. Show your butthole to the world. Like you do to me every day. Little cat. Little cat. You're a little bat. You're a little cat. A little bat. Cat cam, cat cam, cat cam. He's still getting petted. What were you doing? What were you doing outside? Every time you come back in from outside, it's like you haven't seen me for 10 years, and you're super affectionate. I hope you haven't been fighting, have you? You better not have been fighting. And now away she goes, and that's the end of cat cam for now. Back to trying to solve the stankless puzzle. I mean, I can get all ones. But that's not really helpful. That's the issue. That worked. One of my ex-girlfriends had this big fucking Brutus of a cat. Biggest, most muscular cat I ever saw. It's a freak of nature. It was an orange cat. I understand orange cats can sometimes get big and nasty. And it was the sweetest little baby to her. She would be like, sing for me, sing for me. She'd sing a duet. And whenever she stopped singing and it was the cat's turn, he would go, meow. It's freaking adorable. But when it was outside, apparently there were complaints from the neighbors that it was beating the shit out of every other cat. Like, badly. It's like, the mother of a murderer in court is always like, I don't believe he did it because he's my sweet boy. How could my sweet boy have done all this? That's the kind of relationship she had with this cat. Employee 09934 showing critical signs of anomalous behavior. Advising immediate apprehension. A team is on their way to handle the anomaly. Reports will be issued afterwards. Barricade themselves in the office space. Excessive use of force is authorized for capture. Combative procedures. Locked off the camera, impairing the surveillance of the situation. Anomaly is captured. Gary K. Parlov was discovered to be inciting rebellion within the company. Subject is to Protocol 44. The team has begun investigation into identifying possible cooperation. Oh, Theo. That's me. Employee number 18044 is showing minor signs of anomalous behavior. Enhanced surveillance protocols. Is that the one that was recently 44'd? Employee records state that Theo N. Blue has previously undergone Protocol 44. Mr. Blake has specifically called for level 4 investigation into the suspect. All executives are to be informed immediately, including activation of full executive security measures. Cat is back to cat cam. If I can lean around you and see well enough to is this it? Yeah, there we go. That's the light. Don't rub against that. I didn't tell you to do that. Digging some crap out of your ear? Come here. Hunker down. Hunker down so I can see the monitor. Please, for the love of God, I beg you, hunker down. It'll be petting time later. It is always petting time, though, I guess. That's what you sign up for when you get a cat. Petting time never ends. He's going to lick my hand, too, while I'm trying to play. I guarantee it. Missing anomaly. Tracking Mr. Stanton. They're hiding within the gallery as the tracking frequency is being jammed. I want results. Expected debrief by the end of the day. We've located and captured the anomaly in the factory distribution center. That's concerning. Oh, I did get the signature. I guess that counted, actually. So I have been accused of free thought. Oh, well, no, that guy's getting murdered. It says Half-Life 2 Combine vibes. That kind of happened with Jenny back in the day when I took her on an airplane. They were like, we need to get your cat out of the carrier so we can search the carrier. I'm like, you don't want to do that. Like, yes, we do. We have to. I'm like, I'm warning you. She's going to bite you. She's going to claw you. And, like, it's not a big deal, sir. We handle lots of pets every day. So they took her in the carrier into the back, like, an examination room. And they came out and they were bleeding, like, profusely from their hands. And, like, she fucking bit us. I'm like, yeah, what'd I tell you? I said to you, she's going to bite you and she's going to claw you. And what did she do? She bit you and she clawed you, which is what I told you was going to happen. Like, they were bleeding bad. I was so proud of her. Alba is more of a sweetie than Jenny, but she also has a cranky side, which I find endearing in cats. Jenny was a street cat, though. I adopted her when she had already had some experience living on the mean streets. So she was paranoid of everybody all the time. She didn't really like anybody but me, and she never warmed up to anyone but me. Which makes me sad, because I want my cat to like my family and my friends. I want my cat to be friends with my friends. Vending machines sell favorite drink. You have some fucking Starbucks and energy drinks. It's not so bad. This is not so bad. We have cubicles still. Employee of the month. How they all look at look, that's the central theme of American Psycho 2. The interchangeable, identical nature of Wall Street yuppies. Yeah, mine is too. Jenny would always be really wary of me after I took her to the vet, because she's like, how could you betray me? How could you take me to the bad man again? Orange soda. I wanted orange, and you got it. Finally. Nice and refreshing. That's a task done. I can check my notes on the PC. I gotta do the tasks. Everything on my to-do list is done. Just in time for my meeting at 1 p.m. I can take the elevator up to the conference room. So it seems like there's an oppressive regime trying to keep color out of this world. I wonder what that's a metaphor for. Frankly, they have a point. I find colors prismatic, chaotic, and distracting. Kind of. Right before I got fired from a call center, I had the best metrics for 2 months in a row in terms of customer satisfaction, but I wasn't using the spreadsheet, which is how I achieved the best customer satisfaction on my floor 2 months in a row, is by not using their software. Because their software was designed by the lowest bidder. I think Ukrainian teenagers made it. And I was working Xbox tech support, and I already had encyclopedic knowledge of the hardware from running a mod chip business in high school. Oh, they're all white suits. Present to the executives. What, like my ass? Present it for mounting? I don't think that's how floppy disks don't work that way. Whoever made this game doesn't understand a floppy disk is not a cartridge. Guten Tag! I mean, Guten Morgen. I already fucked up. I'm Theo Blue, a senior innovator for the company. I strive to create the most vibrant tones that the world has ever seen. Today I will be showcasing the next set of tones that will be released for the upcoming quarter. Yeah, we had like an employee database where we were expected to fill in our own information. It's like social media, but specific to the intranet of the company. It was used to communicate with employees and for employees to communicate with each other. And for my photo, I just drew an MS Paint portrait in my webcomic style. And someone's like, dude, don't do that. I'm like, why? Under bleached white, midterm silver, lush gray. From the previous quarter, we can see that our recent tones have been extremely successful. From thorough research, we believe to have designed brand new tones for this upcoming quarter, which will see sales double. These are just shades of gray. What did they say? The burning question we must ask ourselves is, how can we improve? I now present to you the brand new tone. Quick. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Theo and Blue, return to your office and stay there. Do not interact with anyone. What'd I do? I'm guilty of colorism. I'm guilty of being a prismatic. These guys are all Genos. From the cult of Geno. The light is grey, and the path is grey, and your butt is grey, and my dick is grey, and your poop is grey, and my cum is grey, and your face is gay, and the face is grey. I've got other jokes besides haha funny poo poo pee pee. Not a lot of them. Uh-oh. They seem chill. My bussy doesn't feel safe right now. My anal virginity might be in danger. I'm not supposed to have this either, is the issue. You've just been disabled until further notice. I'm in big trouble. What'd I do? The stress is making me thirsty. Need another drink. These pretzels are making me thirsty. Been here for only a month and have already been made a senior innovator. Really? I have 3 infractions. How can I be a star employee? It's funny, you can actually do well at work and still get fired. I thought my goal was to solve problems for customers. But the goal was to use the company's software and obey the protocol. It's to solve it in a specific way. As it turns out. Uh-oh. 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 Did I not do it right? Retry. Okay, I actually did fuck up. Promotions. He said the gamer word. Get him! Yeah, Blue turned himself in immediately. Stop and turn around. It's already not ending well. Oh fuck. You can trip on those? I'm inside of his esophagus. Do I jump over those or do I dodge around them? I want to know Seinfeld. It's from Seinfeld. The pretzels joke. Frasier got an acting job I forgot Fraser. Kramer. Kramer got an acting job. And he had one line. But he couldn't say it normally. Because he's Kramer. And they had to take after take, but he kept on acting, like overacting. Like, these pretzels are making me thirsty! An underappreciated classic is also the one where George Costanza is arguing with the party clown who doesn't remember Bozo the Clown. It's like, how can you call yourself a clown if you don't remember Bozo the Clown? He's like, what's your problem, man? I'm just trying to fucking do a gig and get paid. You're hung up on a clown from the 60s, man. The 60s. Seinfeld had some bangers. Had some classic episodes and some gags that are just kind of timeless. You ever watched an episode of Bozo the Clown? It really makes me worried for boomers. It's just like a lot of loud noises and bright lights and flashing lights. It's like what we would use to distract chimpanzees. I mean, I know it's for small children, but when I was a kid, I watched like Exo Squad and sci-fi mostly. X-Men. That would not stop them. That's aluminum. Oh 1101. That was easy. 0110. I'm just doing it random now. I don't have a lot of time. This is literally just the opening sequence to The Matrix. This is the Unix system. I know this. I almost had it a second ago. Oh, 0. These are identical. Why are these two here? None of them have 0 at the left. There we go. I have to use one of those then. What happened? What happened? What did I do wrong? I don't have to do the whole chase again, do I? Oh, this again. Cool. So the empty spaces get filled in by whatever I put there. Zero. That doesn't... Nope, that doesn't cancel that out. There you go. I understand how it works now. Doesn't make it easy. I'm gonna say that one, this one. Oh, no, that's not what I'm trying to do. Supposed to. There we go. He just throws himself at you. Fuck, I almost got it. This ragdoll at you. They came back, they just use a different AI now, so it won't make the forbidden jokes. At least I understand this now. This is a cool hacking mechanic, actually. At least it's not the worst. One 11010. That's easy. Hang on, cat in the way. Cat, hunker down. Fuck! Oh man, I'm getting tired of doing this over and over. I'm gonna finish this tonight though. I didn't even get through all my stuff tonight. We didn't even get to Demon Turf. We didn't get to Darkwood. Cat cam, you're damn right. Can't see past your foot. Cat, your little tiny paw is in the way. What if I tickle your paw? Your little toes. I'm pissing her off now. Oh, she's upside down. Cute baby. Oh, that's not quite right. That's not it? That's not it. There we go. Yeah, Tay bot. They took her out back and shot her. That's why it's funny though. Cat anger is uniquely funny. God damn it, Cat! I can't fucking see what I'm doing when I need to do it. I love you dearly. Why do you need to clean your butthole all day on my desk? Why do you think it's important for me to see that? This hairy little muppet. Now to do this all over again. 10111. 11100. One dash 01. I've never seen that before. That's not it. That's not it either. There you go. Now we try to dodge these guys again. Fucking! You have to side dodge. I'm like, you're bullfighting. Seems to be the only unbeatable part. Do you have a black cat, or is she brown with black layers? She's got like differently colored fur underneath her outermost layer of black fur, so her fur changes color when there's light shining on it. I thought I had a black cat. She's an imposter. She's not genetically pure. Little toes. What if I tickle your toes? What the fuck are you gonna do if I tickle your toes, you little shit? I'm running out of mental energy for this. Yeah. Oh, let's see, skip it. Okay, I didn't know that. Well, they're really hard to dodge. You move, you sidestep slowly. Why are you upside down, cat? You little Kit Kat. You're just a little bat cat. You're just a tiny, hairy, naked Batman. Little fellow. Street cats are so grateful too. At least it doesn't make you do this every time. Thank God. Oh, they'll run into the pillars. Oh, they won't always hit the pillar. Sorry, this may take a while. I may have to also quit. Actually, I'm not quitting. This is really late in the game. This is not a very well balanced part of the game. This was not play tested, I don't think. Which is a shame because thematically this is a very rich and chocolatey experience. Darkness. Should have named her Darkness Dementia Raven after the My Immortal character. Oh, that's a cute name for a cat. I was gonna name her a Goblin. Probably my next cat will be named Goblin. How did he? How? I dodged out of your way. How did you get me? I'm really getting tired of this. If there's a trick to it, I can't tell what it is. This is really frustrating. I hope the dev sees this. I pet your tummy. Little fuzzy tum-tum. Oh, no. Oh, she's the star of the show, really. Everybody loves Cat. Everybody loves Kitor. She's more charismatic than I am. Oh, you already got me. Fuck. Press Q or E to dodge. It's gotta be essential. Little kitten to scratch your noggin. Can I pet your tum-tum? You gonna let me? She's less protective of her tum-tum than Jenny was. I guess because she's not conscious of the possibility of danger to her stomach. Little kitten cat. You're pushing my mouse around, cat. You can't do that or I can't play the game. Oh, she's so freaking cute. Look at how cute my cat is, everybody. My cat is mixed about them. She mostly loves them. Sometimes she's just like, no, you may not pet my tummy. I finally fucking got out. I got out. I made it this time. Connection has been lost. Never seen this floor before. Suit for an achiever. Gold black design, symbol of unity. Employee endorsed. 4.7 grade fabric, custom fit. Jacob Whitley, natural. Not. Pounds. I'm not reading all that. There's a copy machine. Oh, it's all the assets. It's a little asset museum. Oh, that's cute. Oh, these are just tones. His contribution is just shades of black, gray, and white. Guess that's all there is in this world. Nice to see you. Don't be a stranger. What was the dot on the eye blinking? Okay, there's clues in the environment. Symbols up top must be important. B&W, computer, suit. Third. Original logo. Two, three, four, five. This third. Computer's 3 digits. X, X. X, 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 X. 6 of them. What does the suit say? Symbol of respect, exclusive to executives. Suit for a king. 4.7 grade fabric, custom fit. 4.7? Okay, what's the computer? Oh, the computer will have a number under it. 17. Blake and Whitley. B&W. 1, 2, 3. That's the third logo. It's the computer. Did I get the computer wrong? 17.0. And now what? Oh, it's a secret passage. Ancient Chinese secret. Oh, oh, this is the observation deck. This is the panopticon. This is just fucking Stanley Parable. Hello, Theo. Many years I have waited. Kitten cat. I know who you are. I know you can be. You know, tummy pettins. There's more to this place than black and white. Trust no one but yourself. Running away won't stop this madness. You can stop it for good. Objective. Retrieve the floppy disk containing the presentation. Do this and I can tell you more. Little tummy tums. I scratch your tiny kiwi head, fuzzy little peanut brain. Suits have gone mad. This is pretty cool. Actually, we'll play more of this if there's more to play. I'm exhausted though. That was a grueling ordeal. I will be actually following those guys on whatever to find out more about that game. That's actually quite. I'll probably be leaving a review too. Well, sorry we didn't get to Darkwood. We still have to finish Darkwood. I still don't know what to do. I kind of don't want to stream more Darkwood until I've read guides online for how to advance more quickly. So I don't want to waste my time and yours just bumbling around. What I need to do in Darkwood to advance really is to find pliers, and I haven't been able to find them yet because without pliers I can't upgrade my workbench to level 5 or level 6, which is necessary in order to... Let me add cat cam to the end screen. Don't roll around. Rolling around at the speed of sound. I'm just a little cat. I'm gonna do whatever I want and knock your shit off your desk. Oh, she loves tummy pets tonight. Purr, purr, purr. I actually downloaded more indie games than I needed, to my own surprise. I didn't get to all of them tonight, including, I think, 1 or 2 that I paid for. I'll have to save those for the next time, and I'll have to keep track of which ones I've played already. I'm glad we revisited one that I rage quit too soon, because we got to see the rest of that. It would have been a shame if we never found out what that had in store for us. We played some interesting games, got a few good jump scares in, got some room world, although that's not going to make it into the VOD at all. Come on, cat. Get in my lap. Get in my lap. Come on, what are you staring at me for? You want a head boop? You want to headbutt me? Oh, she wants a headbutt. Sometimes you just gotta headbutt your cat. Scratch your little butt. What now? What's your next move? What's your next move? Are you hunker down on my lap? Or are you gonna get back on the table? You're kind of interfering with everything. Here we go. She decided on... I think food and water. Yeah, that's where she's headed. Anyway... That is all for this time. Thank you for joining me. Get at me again on Monday. Same ham time, same ham channel. That's 7 o'clock p.m. West Coast time to 11 o'clock p.m. if all goes according to plan. Next time, anyway. This is Ham Dad signing off. Ham Dad. That's like my evil, dark Ham Dad. And returning you to regularly scheduled 8 hours of unconsciousness. Good night.